Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Simhati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatya Disatani Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. A temple is an incredible place. Srila Prabhupada gave us gifts after gifts. He gave us Janmastami, Radhastami, Ram Navami, Ekadasi, Nishinga Chaturdasi, and so many other holy days to be remembered by the Vaishnava calendar. So for having a Krishna conscious temple, newsletter, any publication which is like frequently calendars. The Vaishnava calendar is very, very important for its respective cultivation of Krishna consciousness. As a matter of fact, all according to these calendars, dates, spiritual life gets enhanced and people come to the temple. They like to come for Guru Purnima, for example, Balaram appearance day, Nityananda Trayodashi, Gaur Purnima. Oh, these days are so wonderful when the devotees feel so encouraged to go and do service on these specific days. And all the rituals which are executed in this connection are enthusing the participation. The decoration that can be like, everybody can be engaged in the decoration of the temple. Flower garlands, fruit garlands, making beautiful yantras on the floor for the fire yagyas or whatever. This type of sandhya is an art in Vrindavan. They make it with powders, they make drawings on the floor. It's very colorful. Spiritual life, Krishna consciousness is full of festival colors, mango leaves hanging, and banana leaves or banana trees established to the sacrificial arena. And of course there's other things too. You have ceremonies, some child is born, first hair cutting ceremony, the first grain ceremony, Anaprasada, going to school ceremony, the initiation ceremony, Upaniti, the departure ceremony, the Shraddha ceremony. It's just sannyas ceremony. Krishna consciousness is full of ceremonies and ceremonials, but you know, these ceremonies are not the essence. The essence is what's happening in the consciousness of each individual. How dedicated are you to something? How determined you are to follow a certain rule? Marriage ceremony, that's a very beautiful big festival, Vivaha Yajna, sometimes conducted for many days, and the families really get involved, especially in India. When you see the marriages there, you just get, it blows your mind how ostentatious and dedicated even poorer families try everything to put up an amazing family, like it's all according to budget. I've seen marriages where they squander $1 million on the marriage. It's unbelievable. Of course, we are not interested in that. We are interested in spiritual marriage, but the fact that even the temple marriages are very gorgeous and very beautiful, and the vows and the different steps of the ceremony, all this is very holy and very enthusing. You know, sometimes these type of ceremonies is the only way or the only day in the life that somebody has a chance to come to the temple to hear powerful kirtan or to eat some delicious prasad, because many people in the world never go to a temple and they are are not blessed by that. So these type of festivities, they are also very important. As a matter of fact, karma kanda, or thinking that you will get something special when you do a certain ceremony, that's very deeply ingrained in the heart. I remember that there was one person in Colombia many years ago. He was preaching Krishna consciousness, but then in the end of it, he had a bowl with a fire inside, and then he said, write all your desires on a piece of paper, and we will put it here in this fire, and Lord Krishna will help you to satisfy your desire. And I was amazed. 400 people were sitting there waiting to put their desire into the fire. Whereas when you give a Bhagavad Gita class with the best speaker, the most incredible, if you have 40 people listening there, you're lucky. So Karma Kanda ceremonies are important features for interacting people and for making the temple alive, and people identifying, oh, something is going on there, I want to be part of it. So don't hesitate to make beautiful projects, ceremonies in your temple when you want many people to share and like it. It's just a way how to express. And you see, it's just right out of the scriptures. Gopurnima is celebration of all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Janmastami, Radhastami. Janmastami is Radha's biggest festival. Radhastami is Krishna's biggest festival. Gopurnima is Nityananda Prabhu's biggest festival. It's Sachi Mata's, in Vishnu Priya's biggest festival. Everybody has his biggest festival. Even the devotee's birthday, we are also celebrating. We are very eager and very open to make everything festive, loving, joyous, with good prasadam, big prasadam distribution, and that will guarantee that your temple will flourish. People will love it when you do these things. So therefore we do the process of Agnihotra Yajna in such occasions. We follow the Archana. The Archana, the festival connected with the deity, is always very important. Like we get new dresses for the deities, we get special palanquins made. We take Lord Rasayatra on a tour in his cars around our city. Even Ranganath in Vrindavan, he has a very ostensive Brahma Mahotsav. The deity is taken out. It's the last 10 days of a huge festival for everybody. I mean, you must say that the Indian culture is the culture of Mahotsav, the culture of festival. Nobody in the world I've seen celebrating like they do. Sometimes governments, they imitate these things, have military exhibits and everybody walking in goose steps to make a show. But we don't use goose steps. We use ladies, Bharatnatyam, dancing in the Rasayatra, Odissi. But it's so beautiful. People love it. So do it. Let the ladies organize that, and you'll be very, very surprised how successful everything becomes. One time, Srila Prabhupada was in Los Angeles, and one of his New York disciples had come who had studied Bharatnatyam. And Prabhupada was arriving, and they had organized that the little Bharatnatyam dance was going to be held before Prabhupada, before he enters the temple. So, very beautiful couple from the Vaikuntha Players from New York. Okay, Prabhupada arrived, got out of the car, and the lady was doing all her Bharatnatyam dances, and the husband also, they were doing together. And then Prabhupada watched it and went into the temple. Next day, Prabhupada was visiting the BBT, or the book department in Los Angeles, and there was a sannyasi, and the sannyasi said, Prabhupada, I'm very sorry. And he said, Prabhupada said, for what? That you had to look at this dancing lady yesterday when you came to the temple. I thought that was a disturbance for you. Prabhupada stopped, said, no. First, I hope I get the quote right, first I wanted the whole world to read the books and come to Krishna Conscious. Then my next energy is introducing Vedic culture in all my centers around the world. Vedic culture, which includes dance and music and all these things. So I'm totally agreeing with that. Oh, the sannyasi, oh, he thought he knew better. But so you see, we don't know many things. Many things we have to learn. And this is traditional Vedic culture. Still we are trying to go deeper and deeper in our bhakti, and our temples also should promote to go deeper into bhakti by studying and by chanting nicely the holy names, the Gayatris. This is also very important, but we cannot ignore the big festivals. Otherwise, it will not be a representative place of shelter like Srila Prabhupada wanted to give us. So that's why I'm explaining these things, because some devotees they don't know, they don't even know what it means. They say, or appearance day of a holy soul, and they didn't look at the calendar, and they don't know about it, and then the temple life goes on, and they ignore such important things like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jiva Goswami's appearance day, and Jiva Goswami's holy day. There's a big parade in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan there's always parades for any special event. Vishwameshwara Shava also has conducted several beautiful parades throughout Vrindavan. Thank you very much. Make your life, make your temple festive, joyful, and always full of good prasad, because the biggest part of the festival is the prasad. Thank you. Radhe Radhe.